Alrighty, welcome back to the WAVYSHI podcast. This is episode 6, big one. I got a good guest for you guys. I don't know, just wanted to check in, have that little one-on-one with y'all, see how you guys' week's been. I don't know, take this time to reflect. Just gonna pull up my notes for this. I don't know, my week was good. Had a good week. We finally came back full time. That was a really fun time seeing everybody back as seniors, and then juniors came back as well. Sophomores are coming back next week, and freshmen have been back. But I also know school's back in California. My friends, they're actually opting to go back, and that's pretty cool. It's cool to see the whole basically world open up with this vaccine and everything, so that's exciting. But now time to bring in my guest today. He's a fellow senior at Buff, the starting quarterback for our high school football team, and a preferred walk-on at Purdue, Drake Hagerman. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
It's exciting to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, can't wait. I don't know, we're just here talking about Buff, Purdue, because, dude, that's, first off, congrats. I remember it was, I was walking out to my car, and it was like, bell just rang. You were out there. Forget who you were. You might have been with Maddie. And then Mock was out there. He was like, yo, Drake just is about to commit. And I was like, dang, that's amazing.
Yeah.
As a preferred walk-on, because, I don't know, I always saw you. You were, of course, on the football team, quarterback. Always wore your Purdue things.
Yep.
I knew you were, like, probably wanting to go there and everything. I don't know, just talk about that, how much you, like, love Purdue, that excitement you got. Like, tell me about it.
Oh man, when I got the call and I had the preferred walk on, I couldn't stop smiling. So it kind of happened in a span of like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I had one of my coaches reach out to a coach up at Purdue, essentially just gave him my whole background, what I do, all that stuff. And he texted me. That coach texted me about an hour after that first contact, and he said, I'm going to call you later tonight and just kind of get to know you a little more. So I had a conversation with him that night. Told him I'm a huge Purdue guy. You know, I bleed black and gold. My family went to Purdue. Yeah. All that stuff. It was a dream to play at Purdue and all that information, and so on. And he forwarded the quarterback's coach's contact information to me. So when I got that, I sent him a text the next day. I said, hey, my name is Drake Hagerman, you know, kind of give him some of my background information regarding the football. And then I said, I'm just looking for an opportunity to be a part of the program, whether it's through a preferred walk-on or really anything. You know, that was kind of my dream. And, you know, I was kind of quiet for a week or two, but eventually we kind of relit a conversation. And he called me one day when I was driving to work out, and I'll never forget. I mean, it was a 15-minute call. And he essentially went through everything that's going on at Purdue right now, and he said, you know, with everything your coaches have said about you and your love for Purdue, we're going to give you a preferred walk-on, and you'll have an opportunity to play at Purdue next year. And I got
goosebumps.
My legs started shaking when I was driving. I was getting all nervous, and I started sweating, and I couldn't stop smiling. I got to Buff. I called my parents. I called my dad. He couldn't believe it. I called my mom. She started crying. So, you know, it was a surreal moment for me.
Yeah, dude, I cannot believe that. Like, for your love for the game, like, okay, I've always had a dream of playing IU basketball or being a part of it in any way. Yeah. I could only imagine what that would feel like, and especially for you, Purdue. I don't know, rivals, but still special. Yeah. Did you go to your coaches right after that when you went to Buff?
Yeah, I did. So I was going into workout in the weight room, and the whole football team was in there working out, and I came in with a big smile on my face that they could see through the mask, you know. And Coach Geske goes, "It happened, didn't it?" I'm like, "Yeah, it did." And he gave me a massive hug, and I told Coach Clem too, who I'm really tight with, and he gave me a big hug and everything. And then they made me tell the whole team, and when I told the team, they just kind of all jumped on top of me and everything like that. So, you know, it was pretty crazy.
That's amazing, especially telling your brothers that you went to war with, out on the field.
For sure.
Amazing. So, tell me a little bit of background information. How many years did you start as a Buff quarterback?
So, officially start, my sophomore year, I started 5 games, I think. Nice. My sophomore year, I started 5. Junior year, I started 5 or 6. I think it was 6. And then I started all of my senior year. So my sophomore and junior year, I split with another quarterback. His name is Caleb Ellison. He's now an athlete, I believe, at Hampton University.
Is he a freshman?
He was a freshman this year, yeah.
Okay.
So he was a grade above me, and he and I kind of split time my sophomore year, and then junior year, I fully took over. He moved to wide receiver. But I mean, I love Caleb to death, and we had a lot of good competition, and we got better because of it. So, but the games I started, I think it was 5 my sophomore year, 6 my junior year, and then all my senior year.
Yeah, that I mean, having that person to like fight with
For sure.
and against with, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I can only imagine like the brotherly contact you guys got, and,
Yeah.
like relationship you guys
Yeah,
got
we were
with each
tight.
other.
We were tight after that. I mean, a lot of us were tight on the football team. But Caleb and I was happy to be able to have like a relationship with a guy I was competing with that was so like strong. I mean, obviously we were frustrated when one of us wasn't playing, obviously, but at the end of the day, we still got along really well, and that was all that mattered. So
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember I just background information for y'all, and I was talking to him before. I transferred junior year, so I didn't really like know anybody coming in. But when I went to the first game, I heard that you were like playing and you were in our grade. I forget who I went with, but yeah. Just amazing to see like somebody, like anybody who's like in a circle that like I'm kind of in, like Buff, like that whole community. I felt like when I walked out there out to the parking lot and I saw you, like I felt like that, like for you, I'm blanking on the word, but I was like just super proud, even though like I didn't really know you, but still like I knew you wanted to push every day, because I know you were in the weight room every day when I was playing lacrosse. So even for your off season, you were putting in work, all that. Just amazing to see it actually come into play.
appreciate it.
And as a senior now, and you were talking to big colleges and all that, you now can be like sort of a mentor to those other people. How are you like kind of reversing those cards, like trying to be like the bigger brother to these kids who maybe want to follow?
Yeah, so I mean, the guys that I talk to the most would probably just be, the guys on the football team when it comes to like certain situations like this. And even guys who have a lot bigger recruitments than I do, like Joe and Jaden and some of the other guys. Just kind of give them a little bit of tidbits that I've learned throughout my life, and some of it may not even be related to football, just life in general. I had a lot of this on a retreat that I just did with Joe Strickland and a few of the other guys, Anthony Ane and a few others. Just kind of gave them some stuff to like be aware about when you're going into the recruiting, as well as just real world stuff. There's gonna be a lot of people who are, now that you're committed or you're getting all these offers, that they're gonna want to be friends with you. And you just gotta be kind of aware of all that stuff. But for me, I was just thankful to have the opportunity, and I just kind of told everybody. I guess the biggest thing for me was like a lot of people counted me out because of my size. And 5'8" isn't really the tallest quarterback in the world, but just telling people, especially for Buff, because they're on a ton of massive kids, just say, don't ever let anybody tell you no. Always push,
for real.
Always prove anybody wrong. So
yeah, for real. That whole like size thing. I remember I'm a Celtics fan. Got it right here. Isaiah Thomas. He was proving that message too when he was balling out and everything. But yeah, that's just so cool, because even going back to Jay Higgins, was he a mentor to you?
Oh,
kind of
absolutely.
talking about all that.
Yeah, absolutely. He was one of the first guys I texted when I got the preferred walk-on.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, he and I talked about it. I kind of made the joke that you're not the only Brave in the Big Ten anymore.
Exactly.
So, but no, I was really excited.
Competing against them.
Exactly, I know. And he and I, I'm excited. I'm excited to compete with him. I know he's coming home in the summer, so we'll probably be training together too. So, yeah.
That's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Especially the whole like reversing mentoring, teaching the other people, like that's special. It really is, and you get to build those relationships.
Yep.
And it's all about that. Like at the end of the day, building those relationships that you were talking about, like the ones that day one, all that, been with it through war, basically. That's what I like to say, because football is like that. It's like going, tackling, all that. It really is like your team, family.
Yeah, I think a lot of people understand it, but you got to rely on everybody else out there. It's football's, the great thing about football is it's a team sport. It's one of those things that if one person's down, then something's gonna go wrong. So
for sure.
Got to be 11 strong when you're on the field.
Yeah. I had a question. Did you also talk to because I know I've had Jack Morocnick and Quinn Fitzgerald on this. They're also my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys talking? Because I mean, I know our Buff like grade kind of had like a lot of really good athletes. You know, we had like Evan Altman, who's going. Danny Kirk, he's going. I think Bella Schumacher was maybe thinking about them somewhere. But yeah, we had a lot of good talent. And I don't know, did you guys like talk to each other and like, because that's special, you know, also gaining those relationships, talking about like those recruitments, all that.
For sure. Yeah, no, I would say, I mean, some of those guys, I talked to already prior to, you know, any of this recruiting and committing and all that stuff. But you're right, Brebeuf has a lot of special talent. There are a lot of good people that are good athletes that aren't even going to play sports in college that are really good high school athletes. And that's honestly been really awesome to see Brebeuf because, I mean, it's such a diverse amount of people. So, no, I mean, I guess to answer your question, I mean, we talk. I'm pretty tight with a lot of the athletes around Brebeuf, so it's been we talk every once in a while, but you know, maybe once in a while on the recruitment side of things, but we talk pretty commonly just on how life is. So
yeah, I mean, I also noticed that when I transferred, Brebeuf, it really is like the people in your grade at least like growing up together. I've realized that like. I don't know, I'm maybe not as tight with a lot of people, but still, I like those people, like, growing up, those 4 years, like, those 4 crucial years where you're, like, really developing, like, I don't know, I had this moment of realization, I think I was with Quinn. I think we were actually talking when we were doing our first podcast beforehand. I think we were talking about, like, having you on, everybody else on, and he was like, yeah, me and Drake are tight, and I was like, yeah. Quinn really is just friends with everybody, and I think that's kind of common with...
Quinn and I got really tight this past season. For those of you who don't know, Quinn was the signal guy for the football team. And
yeah, that's true.
He and I got really tight because, I mean, we had to know exactly, you know, everything that he was doing. We had to know it. And so we spent a lot of time together throughout the past year, really. And going back to the beginning of summer, we were starting the season. And so, yeah, he and I got really tight this year, and now he's balling out in the lacrosse field, which is awesome.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, but no, you're a great example, I mean, of a Brebeuf student just trying to, like, you know, coming in late, trying to reach out and meet a bunch of new people.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you've obviously been pretty successful with it, so.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, having you on, getting those relationships, you know, like, maybe I didn't really have that were tight.
Exactly.
But, yeah, it's sick to have you on. Again, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and intramurals for going on about Brebeuf. I just gotta say, dude, I think you picked the wrong team to be a part of. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think my squad's got something special.
Just a little bit. I don't know, because me and my squad, we were kind of looked down upon last year.
You think so?
Yeah, just a little bit. And then we came into your guys' game and we played against you, and we came in a little hot-headed. I will say, you guys did beat us pretty badly. But we're coming back this year. We got some good additions and everything. We got Reese, cameraman, behind, doing his thing.
You're gonna be a walking bucket this year?
I don't know. Maybe
every year.
Every year,
not just this year.
I don't know. Maybe a little drive and dish out to the Birdman. Let it fly.
I like it.
Yeah, intramurals are so fun. I was so mad when last year got canceled because, like, talking about Brebeuf, that was something that I got like tight with a lot of people with, like those sports and like games that we were playing. And now I know even you came out to play PRT basketball with us sometimes. That was fun.
It was fun. I mean, just the little stuff you can do during a Brebeuf school day is pretty. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
For sure. I don't know, just exciting stuff about Brebeuf and all that. Tell me a little bit what you want to do. They push academics at Brebeuf. What do you want to do, like, outside for dreams, you know? Like, is there, like, business aspirations, stuff like that?
Yeah, so I've pretty much narrowed down to 2 things that I'm going to do in my life that I feel pretty confident that I'm going to do. Obviously, you know, maybe something happened in college that may completely change, but I want to be a football coach would be one of them, or there's a company within my family that I would have aspirations to potentially work at, maybe take over one day.
Nice. What is that?
It's called Hagerman Construction.
Okay. Nice.
It's a family construction company. It's been passed down on the 5th generation.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's pretty tight within the family, and you know, I've worked there for 2 summers out of the last 3, so You know, I've been blessed to be able to meet a lot of people through that, and it's truly. I'm really proud of my family, my dad, and everything that's gone into it.
Does family only own it, or does family also work for it as well?
So it's both. So my dad and my grandpa were the ones. My dad right now is the president and chairman, and then my grandpa was the previous, but now he's semi-retired.
Mm-hmm.
But my uncle works in it. My aunt was in it for a little bit, I think, and but no, I mean it's pretty open. So
yeah, that's super cool. I know. We haven't really, like my family at least, we had one family business, but then it sold like super quick. It was like a furniture company, but then they sold it to Lazy Boy. And sometimes when we're driving down the highway, because we drive to Massachusetts, I got family out there, so we'll drive the trip from Indiana to Massachusetts, and we'll be driving on the highway and we'll be seeing England trucks and stuff, and we'll be like, hey, that's us. But yeah, no, it wasn't really anything big or something like that. No, but that's cool. I mean, Purdue meant for engineering and stuff. Were you going to study that?
Yeah, so I majored in the integrated business and engineering program as well as management.
Okay. That's super cool.
Yeah, so I talked to the coach up at Purdue about that major, and he said some of the quarterbacks already up there are in that. So,
oh, that's sick. Dude.
Yeah, so I'll be able to have you know, some guys that are already up there in my room with me that'll
that's super cool.
Yeah, that'll be able to help me out. So that'll be helpful. And that was the other thing. I mean, he said on the phone call they told me I was going to get the preferred walk on. He's like, I heard that you're going to possibly want to be a coach someday. You know, this is a great opportunity to learn so much more of the X's and O's, and a lot of the coaches have a lot of football experience, and they run similar type, a lot of offense that the NFL type of teams run.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to learn a lot.
That is so sick, dude.
Yeah.
You're like setting yourself up with this Purdue.
I'm excited. Man.
I'm a big IU fan, but I'm gonna say I'm happy that you're going to Purdue because like teaching about coaching and all that. I can only imagine how much you're gonna learn on the sideline about all that. You know, even like getting on the field too. But I don't know, just learning about the coaching and stuff like that. That's gonna be super sick.
Yeah.
About that coaching though, would you start your own coaching thing or would you work for somebody?
I'd honestly be, I mean, coming out of college, probably the best way to go would obviously be through a grad assistant program. Mm-hmm. So whether it's a grad assistant program at Purdue, just learning from the guys that are above me and just trying to figure out like the best way, whether it be through quarterback coach or maybe an offensive coordinator or something like that. But just to develop my IQ a little bit more when it comes to the game. Yeah. So then that way I could maybe reach out to other programs and maybe whether it be a small D1 or whatever and just work my way up from there. And that was a way that the head coach of Purdue right now, he went from Western Kentucky to Purdue. So, you know, you don't have to necessarily just go straight to the big leagues.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Start small and work your way up.
Yeah, exactly. That's super cool. Yeah. So tell me a little bit, how's the quarterback situation going to be next year? Were you coaching them this year? Pretty good?
Are you talking about for Buck?
Yeah, for Buck.
Buck's going to be good. Nolan Buckman, he's gonna be good.
Okay.
He's gonna be a talented kid, and he played a lot of positions this year, and I kind of claimed him as my little brother.
Awesome.
Yep. So I love Nolan, and but no, he's gonna be a really good football player, and he's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that. Is there like some training stuff that's like getting big, like for I don't know, maybe ways that you can work with like NFL players and stuff? Like, do you know like some corporations?
I do. So, kind of piggybacking off Buck, that's how I originally met Nolan. Was through where we trained together. Yeah. We trained at a place called X Factor Quarterback Academy, Pro X, at Grand Park, with Anthony Morelli. So he played in the NFL for a bit. He was quarterback at Penn State. Damn. And so yes, we've trained with him for.
Yeah, isn't that where the Colts like workouts are?
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, they do some of the stuff up there. But he has a building called Pro X, which is
its own thing.
It's like a separate little building. But anyway,
that's cool.
Yeah, we've trained there. God, Buck's trained there forever. I've trained there since I think maybe 7th grade.
Jeez.
So but no, that's what I'm training with now, and Buck and I are doing some solo stuff now. It's kind of just helping us get ready for his upcoming season and me getting ready to go to Purdue.
Yeah, that's amazing. Is Nolan getting any looks for quarterbacks and stuff?
He will. He won't get any he won't have any from quarterback yet because obviously he's been doing some other positions, but he'll definitely probably get some looks to play football somewhere. He's a talented kid, and I mean everything that he did as a sophomore to play like 7 different positions was unbelievable. So
that's amazing. Yeah, because I mean going back off of that, somebody in the league right now who's kind of a beast like that is Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
A fun fact for you, I know Reese knows, I've told him before. Julian Edelman actually went to my high school, and he was the same way as you. He played quarterback all the way up to senior year, you know. Then he went to go play at another school, but he was short. He was 4'11" coming in as a freshman.
That is really short.
Yeah, exactly. And then he graduated. I think he was like 5'7", 5'8", something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then same work ethic, same thing as you. You know, working hard. I'm super. Even just talking about that, I'm super hyped about your future and all that.
Appreciate it.
That's gonna be sick as fuck. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's it. But amazing.
Okay. Thank you.
Talking about Purdue and everything, amazing. Cannot stress enough how much I got faith in this guy at Purdue. Watch out for him. Preferred walk-on, you know. Might see him on the Big Ten Network, maybe on the big leagues. Maybe. We'll see. But I don't know. Keep it wavy. Deuces. Good shit, man.
Appreciate it.
That's amazing.
Thank you.